I don't think that's ever gonna get less awkward, so that's cool. This is my January recap and February preview. Yay, I am recording in my bedroom. Super cute. This video is going to go over kind of how January went and anything I noticed, and then also talk about February, what the challenge is for February, and what I'm gonna do for it and all that stuff. Okay, so to start, January consisted of two big things: no social media and daily spiritual study for 30 minutes. Okay, so starting with the no social media. The first day of no social media, I had serious withdrawals. The second day, I'm not gonna do day by day, I promise. The second day though, I had kind of, is it a car accident if no one else is involved? That is a question. Duh. Anyway, I was in a car accident. I'll probably play some of the video, but basically my first thought was to post to social media, and I was like, why is this my first reaction? It was literally January 2nd. I was like, 2 days in, this is gonna be rough. I did pretty well though, for the most part. I'm like pretty proud of myself to do a whole month of not having anything on my phone. But I'm gonna be honest, there were some times when I would get on for work to like find a person, or to do some inspiration for this event that we're doing, and I would scroll for a second. Never really more than like a minute, because I was like, this is too hard to get caught up, so I'm not gonna catch myself up, and then I would be done basically. So I did get on a few times. I got on Facebook a few times. So like honestly I did get on, but never more than like 5 minutes at a time, I don't think. And when I did get on, it was like very few and far between. So I consider that a success, because I went from always on social media to no social media. So honestly, 2 thumbs up for me. I'm giving them to myself. Yeah, I am looking forward to, well, I don't know if I'm looking forward to being back on social media. It has been nice to not like worry about comparing myself, but also I do love seeing what everyone has going on. So in the sense that I'm excited to know what's going on in people's lives, I'm excited for that. I just said excited like 4 times. The social media thing went really well. Towards the end of the month, I felt less like an urge to check it, but there have been a few times where I'm like, oh, I want to put that on my story or something. Okay, second part. So, spiritual study. Woo! Honestly, this was so awesome for me. Let's see. I missed 4 days, I think, 4 or 5. And that was my own fault. Either I spent the night at my parents' house and I didn't bring my stuff with me, or I didn't schedule enough time to like get ready. And yes, sometimes I would read at night. I tried to read in the morning so it would start my day off right. But there were a few times where I had to come back from school, or whoa, I'm not in school. Come back from work or like whatever I had going on, running errands, and I would have to read. And I just felt like I was more focused in the morning. So anyway, I started the Book of Mormon, and I'm on 2 Nephi chapter 17. I'm in the Isaiah chapters. If you've read the Book of Mormon, you know what I'm talking about. This time around, I guess I was doing it with more intention, and like I was actually paying attention to the words I was reading. I caught things in the Book of Mormon that I hadn't caught the other times that I had read it. At least I hadn't marked them. And reading it in conjunction with the Infinite Atonement, like I said I was going to read, I I like picked up on things that I hadn't really noticed before while reading in regards to the atonement, basically. And the new Come Follow Me curriculum is the Book of Mormon, so that's been helpful to like have that kind of a study guide while I'm reading, at least the first little bit. So yeah, it's been good. I've really enjoyed it. The Infinite Atonement has been phenomenal. I've learned a lot about the atonement, and I'm on chapter 14. I love the way that Brother Callister? I love the way that he writes, and I think he's done a really excellent job of like examining the atonement. He starts with kind of a general overview, and then he goes into the fall of Adam and how that's part of the atonement, and like he's answering all these questions that I hadn't really thought about, but like if I had put some time into like study and figuring out what I wanted to know from the atonement, I would have the answers now. And there have been several times where I've had discussions with my roommates as I'm reading at the table late at night, or with like family members. I've known what to say to them if they have like a concern. And so this spiritual study has been super awesome for me because I've felt confidence in myself when in church and like trying to speak my mind or ask questions. Like, I don't know, I just feel more confident going into lessons. And so I'm super grateful that I sacrificed 30 minutes of my day. It was like an average of 20 actually, now that I think about it. But that's better than nothing. So I'm grateful that I took the time to sacrifice 20 minutes of my day to study the gospel. And I'm going to continue this. For sure I want to finish this book, obviously. But yeah, it's been super awesome. I totally recommend it. So, spiritual study, super awesome. January's been a really good month. I'm excited for these habits. I feel like I've created some good habits. I'm definitely going to, for sure, keep studying in the morning. And yeah, so January is a success, I think. So February, if you watched my last video, February was going to be a daily mantra and not wearing a bra for the whole month. After I thought about it, and really kind of re-examined my goals and had people talk to me about the goals that I was doing and like what kind of was the purpose behind February, I've decided to change it to, I don't really know how to explain it. I haven't come up with like a serious challenge-y thing, but since February is like the month of love, I've decided to make it a self-love month. I had this experience a week or two ago. It was this whole meditative thing, and it was made super clear to me that because I just graduated, because I'm newly like working and getting used to that schedule, and I don't really know who I'm becoming or who I want to be yet as like a working gal. I need to take the time to love who I am now, and during this period of change before I try and like totally change who I am. I get maybe not totally, but like become someone else, if that makes sense. So I'm glad that this is the second month and I can work on this. Here's something else. I'm gonna get a little vulnerable for a second. For a long time, I was pretty chunky up until I started swimming in high school, and I developed a habit of pretty negative self-talk kind of in middle school. That's like the whole transitional period, like puberty. Everyone is like judging people. So I developed a pretty bad habit of talking poorly about myself inside like my head. And that's been something that I've kind of struggled with for a long time. I've gotten better. I mean, it comes and goes. I've gotten better as I've gotten older. I'm more tolerant of my shortcomings, and like I've started to love the parts of myself and my body that I haven't loved in the past. But still there's some rough days with that. And I'm not afraid to talk about that. I think it's something that everyone kind of struggles with, like that feeling of inadequacy, or not being totally in love with who you are. And there's nothing wrong with like wanting to be the best version of yourself. I totally believe in like change and promoting growth. I mean, that's what I'm doing with these challenges, is trying to improve myself in the ways I want to improve. But there is, I don't know where I was going with that. I just know that I am tired of having those days where I'm beating myself up for dumb things. And I know that like as I get older, and if/when I start a family, and if I have daughters and sons, I don't want my habits to become theirs. So I'm taking February as a month of self-love, and I'm excited for this. I tell myself all the time that I'm going to be nice to myself, or like, shut up, I guess I shouldn't say shut up. That's not very nice. There's like that negative voice in your head, and you're like, stop being mean to me, self. And I'll have times where I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say anything rude about myself, whatever. Anyway, but today I'm like for real this month I'm actually for real going to do it. So how I'm going to do that, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going, like, it's not like 30 minutes or whatever. It's like a continual thing. So I'm intrigued to see how well I can stick to this. Basically I wrote down a few things. I'm going to tell myself I'm going to tell myself I love myself every day. And I'm going to try and incorporate this at like random times, not just like when I'm really feeling it, but in the morning I for sure want to do it. At night before I go to bed, and like just randomly, like when I'm brushing my teeth or while I'm at work, in the bathroom. I just really want to like have a moment with myself and really say, and actually try and mean it. Maybe I'll make up a song or something. Once a week I'm going to pamper myself. I know that that's like, what? But I really feel my best when I have shaved my legs, exfoliated, I've done a face mask, I've painted my nails. So I think once a week, maybe on a Wednesday when it's like the middle of the week, I'm going to take that time in the evening by myself, maybe with my roommates, but I'm just going to schedule that time to like be with myself on a date, basically. Pamper. Love that. I'm going, because I want to love myself, I also feel like the best way to show love to others and feel better about yourself is to serve. So I've decided I'm going to give one person a compliment each day, and that's pretty easy. You're like, oh, I like your shirt or whatever, but I want to mean it. And I think it would be fun to do like a handwritten note or letter or something to someone. So I'm going to do a compliment every day. And then I also found a website that has daily self-compassion challenges every day. So I think I'm going to set a reminder, and like I'll put a link with the website in the bottom. What's it called? The description. I'll put a link down there. So if you want to do that as well, you can totally do that. I hadn't thought about this beforehand, but I just remembered I have this little thing that my mom gave me, I think after one of my breakups forever ago. Maybe it wasn't too long ago. I'm not going to tell you. But it just has like all these cute little quotes. See, like this one. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. if you have any suggestions, if you have also had a hard time like loving yourself, and you feel like you've gotten, like, maybe not gotten over it, but you've learned how to battle it, I would love to hear your suggestions. I want to be better at telling the person in my head to shut up when she's not being nice. And so if you have any suggestions for that, totally open to it. You can text me, you can email me, you can leave a comment. I don't really know how this works still. But yeah, I love myself, and I want to love myself even more. So that's what February is going to be about. I am excited. Now I gotta wink in reverse. Oh wait.